Hey everyone, meet Luke. Luke is an archivist. An archivist is someone who manages thousands of historical documents, like historical paintings or maps, at a museum or library. Luke works for a museum of American history. Today, he is preparing a loan agreement so that another museum can borrow artifacts from his museum collection. Because these artifacts are irreplaceable, it is important that the loan is carefully documented. To get the loan agreement ready, he first needs to write out descriptions of all the artifacts. First, Luke writes that his museum will be loaning a group of photographs from 1918 that were taken a year before World War I ended. These photographs show the destruction that the war caused. People in Germany, Britain, and France all experienced the damage of the war. This photograph shows that buildings have been knocked down and fields have been destroyed. Next, Luke writes that an original newspaper from 1919 will also be loaned. The newspaper's front page is an article about the Treaty of Versailles. The Treaty of Versailles formally ended the war in 1919 when it was signed by France, Britain, Italy, Russia, and Germany. The treaty was important because it stated that the war ended when Germany surrendered and all other nations involved in the war agreed to stop fighting each other. Germany had to give back land that it had claimed during the war, was responsible for paying for repairs in Britain and France, and accepted blame for starting the war. Lastly, Luke writes that the museum will be borrowing German currency that was printed in order for Germany to have enough money to pay for repairs. These repairs are also called reparations. This currency shows how Germany tried to pay for damages caused by the war. The German government did not have enough money to support the German people. As an attempt to make the reparation payments and fix the economy, the German government began printing money. This caused inflation of German currency. Inflation happens when there is an increase of currency but a decrease in the value of the currency. Luke's next step is to put together a formal loan agreement that says the museum will be borrowing the artifacts for a certain amount of time. They also have to agree to return them in the same condition. If they don't return them in the same condition, the museum will not be allowed to borrow items in the future. Now it's your turn to be an archivist and go on an adventure.